It's Christmas time, I can't believe it's Christmas time. The lights, the snow, Santa says ho ho ho. I want to let you know there's somewhere we can go with candy and toys and even mistletoe. I'll show you how to tie a bow. My very favorite time of year, full of food and fun and cheer and love from all the friends that you bring near. The holly jolly on my mind, and sleigh bells ringing all the time whilst decorating trees this Christmas year. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What do you want? Just here to let you know to have a Merry Christmas with lots of hugs and kisses, and also I pissed on your... Nope. Hello, everyone! Welcome back to my channel! I'm your host, Kataka Heathrose, and I just want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas! And if you don't celebrate Christmas, then Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and everything and more! This is the time of year where we wrap presents, sing songs, eat good food, and have All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey shoved down our throats! You think that during this time of year, PSAs would be more tame, seeing as how this is supposed to be the season of giving, and maybe PSA companies want to give us good dreams instead of nightmares this time of year, right? Wrong! In fact, I think there's something in their contract that says that Christmas PSAs have to throw out any punches they have to traumatize kids. But hey, PSAs like those make for good content. So this month, I'll be taking advantage of that and counting down the top 20 scariest Christmas PSAs. Christmas special fuckers! I hope you're all ready for the final video of 2025 because I want to end this with a bang. Now without further ado, let's not waste any more time! Let's get right into the show!
Every year, turkeys spoil Christmas for thousands of people. But they needn't. To avoid food poisoning, defrost yours thoroughly and cook until the juices run clear. Give your turkey a proper roasting.
You've ruined my Christmas!
Okay, not all PSAs during Christmas are scary and brutal. Take this one, for example. A silly but rather educational PSA about properly cooking turkey so no one gets food poisoning. Therefore, Christmas is still a happy time of year for everyone. How do they do this, you may ask? Well, they use a guy in a turkey costume and have him run into a living room like a madman and try to take the remote from the man who was just simply trying to watch TV, also ruining the living room in the process, thus ruining Christmas for everyone. What a past.
Come along. Now, what would you like for Christmas, little girl?
A puppy.
Right. Want anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, but you do.
Do I?
Well, let's see. You'll need some inoculations, of course. And there's the £2,000 worth of dog food he'll eat. Someone to walk it every day. Have I mentioned insurance yet?
Maybe I'll have a ghetto blaster.
Damn. I mean, I guess this is a way to get your message across, but geez. Santa didn't hold back, did he? All this girl said she wanted for Christmas was a puppy, but then Santa lists off all the other things she'll need to go along with it, like insurance and food and a caring owner. At the end, the girl decides that she just wants a ghetto blaster, aka a boombox instead. I mean, a good way to get the message across that you shouldn't get a puppy or any sort of pet as a present unless you know that the person you're giving it to is absolutely positive that they'll take care of it. But wow, Santa, way to ruin this child's dream. Those last two PSAs to lure you on to a false sense of security. Yes, I am evil. This PSA is basically saying not to text and drive, but in the style of a Christmas ad that stabs you right in the heart. Basically, the dad and daughter are texting each other, excited to see each other for Christmas. But they never do, unfortunately. The dad crashes because while he was texting his daughter, he was also driving and dies in the process. We can also see the daughter crying, most likely blaming herself for what happened to her father. Christmas will unfortunately never be the same for that family again. If anyone who's watching this countdown drives, please don't text while doing so. Not only for Christmas, but in general. You have a life and family waiting for you back home, and the least you could do is make it back safely.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, la 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 la.
This is a pretty wholesome PSA. When you think of Christmas, you usually think of happiness and joy, right? Unfortunately, Christmas isn't always a happy time for everyone. Like family matters, like death of family members, having to be around people that you're uncomfortable with, loneliness, homelessness, just depression in general. Christmas isn't a jolly time for everyone involved, and I think that's something that some people need to remember. Fortunately, the Samaritans know how you feel and want to help you through it. Not just the Samaritans either. I'm sure you can find someone to help you with whatever you're going through this holiday season. a family member you trust, a friend, or even a therapist. People do want to listen. You just need to find the right person.
Thank you, Mummy.
Oh, darling.
Thank you, Mummy. Thank you, Mummy. Thank you, Mummy.
Leave it now, lovey.
Thank you, Mummy.
Oh,
The smoke and fumes from a house fire can kill a child in under a minute. Wake up. Get a smoke alarm.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes Christmas isn't a happy, jolly season for everyone. Like this mother, who keeps rewinding a video of her now-deceased daughter opening a plush giraffe happily on Christmas Day. Fortunately, the father comes in to comfort her before she can ruin the tape from rewinding it too much. I don't know about you guys, but I do sense a bit of fridge horror in this PSA. That being me asking myself, why did the fire happen the same day that the video was recorded? What if the fire happened on Christmas Day? That thought alone makes this PSA more depressing than it already is.
Last Christmas, I hung the little angels on the Christmas tree, and Stephen helped me. Mum and Dad went out to a party, and Stephen and I were in bed. And then I woke up, and there was smoke, and Stephen was crying. And I ran and shouted for Mum, but she didn't come. And then Stephen stopped crying. That was last Christmas.
Fire can break out at any time. This Christmas, don't leave your children alone in the house.
Yeah. Wow. The parents in this PSA are downright awful. I agree wholeheartedly with what Antonia the sheep said about them when she was reviewing this PSA. Who in their right mind leaves a toddler and a baby home alone? Sure, some people might think that's not that big of a deal, but when you remember what went down this PSA, it sorta is. Like, yeah, the fire still would have happened, sure, but if the parents were home, everyone could have made it out safely. But no. Instead, the baby brother Stephen died from the smoke while the little girl was panicking, shouting for her parents that didn't come to help her. I think this PSA is half fire safety, half, hey parents, don't leave your toddlers and babies by themselves. This is just sad that people have to even be reminded of that.
Before giving a puppy, be sure it's wanted.
Yeah, one of the many things people give each other on Christmas Day is a pet, such as a puppy. But do we ever stop to think that maybe that's not the best idea? Puppies are great, of course, but we also need to make sure people actually want to put in the work or have the money to take care of one before buying one for them. I'm not kidding, there are some assholes who will get a puppy only to neglect them terribly and even get rid of them when they're tired of them. That's a terrible thing, yes, but it's unfortunately true.
There's a party going on right here.
A celebration to last throughout the years.
So bring your good times and laughter too.
We're gonna celebrate your party with you. Come on now.
Celebration. We gonna celebrate
And have a good time.
celebration. We're gonna celebrate and have a good time. Come on!
It's a celebration.
Ouch. Playing joyous music at a very horrible crash site? Yikes. But I can't expect anything less from a PSA company in the UK. Yeah, people do tend to become more reckless drivers around the holidays, whether it be because of drinking, speeding, not wearing a safety belt, or forgetting basic road etiquette in general. Though I sort of feel bad for the police officers, firefighters, and doctors in this PSA. They don't get to celebrate and have a good time like the song says, because they need to work tirelessly because of reckless drivers on the road. I'm glad that road accidents have gone down in the 50 years before this PSA is released, but as the PSA itself says, there's still too many accidents happening every year, and I'm sure nobody wants to give up until there are 0 accidents happening every year.
I was so excited, desperate to find out what was under the tree. I went into your room to find you, but you weren't there. So I rushed downstairs, ready to rip open my presents. I shouted, "Mum! Mum!" And I found you, in the bathroom. And now, that's all I'll ever remember about Christmas.
Yes, I'm counting this one as a Christmas PSA. Fight me. This PSA was part of a series of 3 PSAs that covered adult suicide and how it can affect you and others around you. In this particular PSA, for example, it's Christmas morning and the little girl in this PSA is going to wake up her mother so they can start opening Christmas presents. When she looks in the bathroom, there's her mother, on the floor, wrist slit, already dead. Losing a loved one to suicide is already hard enough. I can't even begin to imagine what losing a loved one to suicide during the holidays is like.
What are you drinking? Same again? Yeah. No, not for me. What? I'm driving. You won't get pulled. Not on a Sunday. Give me a half. Half is what girls drink. What's the problem here? I've got to get down my mum's for dinner. Oh, his mum's for dinner? Mummy's boy. Come on, Dave. Just one more. All right, then get me a pint.
Come on, Dave. Just one more.
Yeah, you know I couldn't do a Christmas PSA without including this iconic masterpiece. It's practically the law at this point. The story behind this PSA is that Dave was out with some friends, or what I assume to be Christmas Eve, and everyone is drinking except for Dave, who isn't drinking because he needs to drive over to his mom's for dinner afterwards. Alas, Dave's friends end up peer pressuring him into having just one more drink, and unfortunately, Dave pays in. And guess what that got him? You're with your mom for dinner, all right, but not the way you planned. Now she has to take care of you forever. Just one more. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young virgin, mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
Honestly, now that I think about it, I should have included this PSA on my top 20 most creative PSAs countdown. Nothing special really happened in this PSA, sure, but it's just so beautiful. The Christmas lights, heck, even the fire that burns down the living room, as scary as it is a marvel to see. And Silent Night playing in the background? Chills. Literal chills. Now about the message of this PSA, it was saying that you should turn off your Christmas lights while they're not in use because it only takes a minute for fire to engulf your entire living room. Wow, I'm impressed.
So where's your David then?
I've told you. He stopped for a quick drink at his sister's. He'll be here soon.
Well, he's missed it then.
David, yes, that's my boyfriend.
Yikes. I was looking forward to that pudding, too. At the start of this PSA, we just see a family gathered for Christmas dinner as the Christmas pudding is being brought out for dessert. Then the phone rings, and the woman hosting the Christmas party picks up, only to find out that her boyfriend was killed on the road due to a drink-driving crash. Then she looks at the pudding, which turns from a tasty dessert into possibly the most gruesome car accident in PSA history. Drinking and driving does indeed wreck Christmas.
Your husband has had a very serious head injury. You'll have to take him to our intensive care ward.
Might take a few days, but they come out of it.
He'll be home. He'll be home.
The tests that we've done really confirm beyond doubt that Alan's brain has now stopped working, and I can only tell you that we need to take him off the machine.
Oh, no. We'll see you later, son.
Can't go away from it. Oh, God, it's not fair. We're going to the church, darling.
Daddy won't be there.
No, Daddy won't be there.
Mummy, wake up.
Give me a kiss. Careful, careful, baby.
Daddy, I feel nothing.
Yeah, hang on a minute, sweetheart. I'm just trying to get this.
Mummy, is Santa going to find Daddy?
Now it's time for one of the 3 PSAs that I put on here that has something to do with the 12 days of Christmas. This PSA starts off all cute and innocent, as we see a family decorating a Christmas tree, but in true Australian fashion, the wholesomeness doesn't last for long. The father crashes due to him drinking and driving and is rushed to the hospital, where he stays while his wife and other loved ones are hurting, but hoping that he'll make it out alive and make a full recovery. Unfortunately, he doesn't. They go to the funeral on Christmas Eve, and the next morning on Christmas Day is just sad. I really do feel bad for the 2 kids in this PSA, who have no clue on what's happening or why everyone's so upset. They more than likely think their dad is just away on a trip and he'll be back soon. But unfortunately, one day when they're both older, they'll find out the harsh truth. Losing a loved one due to drinking and driving is one thing, but losing a loved one due to drinking and driving during the Christmas season, that's a pain I would never be able to bear.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 hours of shouting, 11 nights of bed wetting, 10 empty beer cans, 9 cuts and scratches. 8 kicks a kicking. 7 screams from Mummy. 6 bruises bruising. 5 broken ribs. 4 cigarette burns. 3 policemen. 2 hours with Mum. And a Christmas in A&E.
I feel so bad for the mother and daughter in this PSA. The father is a fucking douchebag who deserves to burn the fiery depths of hell. He puts both his own child and wife through so much traumatizing pain to the point where they both have to spend Christmas in A&E. Fucking monster! People like him deserve nothing but pain for all eternity.
Hello, you've reached Childline.
Hi.
Are you somewhere safe?
Here's an NSPCC PSA that actually came out this year. This was shared on the Sheepherd Christmas server, and just like most of the NSPCC's PSAs, this one does not miss. The title is indeed accurate. For some children, Christmas time is the most dangerous time of the year. This poor child just breaks my heart. She's so nervous about having to spend Christmas with her asshole of a father, so much that she even tries to be as quiet as she can so he doesn't notice her. Unfortunately, he does end up finding her. Fortunately, unlike NSPCC's other PSAs, this one does sort of have a happy ending, since we see the little girl calling Childline. Alas, it's still a very traumatizing PSA. NSPCC definitely went for the heart and did not miss.
Reindeer hooves, silently they make their way. Children's dreams waiting to come true next day. Kids of every age all know that dreams come and go, but one more night it will all be real like frost on
This PSA is heavy, unfortunately very true for some kids. At first, we have no idea what's going on, and all we can see is a boy in this PSA acting sort of bratty around Christmas time, as if he hated Christmas. Well, at the end, we find out that's not Christmas that he hates. It's some asshole in his family who sexually assaulted him, and that's the reason why he was acting out, because he was scared, and because he didn't know what else to do. Christmas time is a common time where families get together, but sometimes that's not the best idea.
On the 12th day of Christmas, a drink driver gave to me 12 months in traction, 11 weeks on crutches, 10 operations.
And here's the final PSA on this countdown that has something to do with the 12 days of Christmas. And it's another drinking and driving one. Yeah, drink drivers are lunatics. Even if they don't mean to drink and drive and kill an innocent person. And I find that argument to be bullshit. They ruin everything for everyone, especially little kids. Nightmares for most of their lives, broken limbs, and even a lifetime in a wheelchair. This is why I firmly believe that if you kill someone while drinking and driving, it should have the same consequences as murder. But no, we can't have that because laws are all shit!
Tango Romeo 14, HB now on scene. It's a 3-vehicle, serious injury RTA. This is a repeat triple fatal RTA. Alcohol definitely involved. One of the deceased drivers smells very strongly of alcohol. Received over. Tango Romeo 14, I'm now going mobile from the scene. Can you arrange for a recovery for the 3 vehicles?
Okay, the marks run very roughly parallel with the white lines, and then there's a deviation to the right, and that would tend to indicate the point where the motorcycle has made contact with the car. Looking at the crash helmet, it's quite a reasonable amount of blood.
Control Tango Romeo 99, driver of the vehicle concerned has provided a positive breath test.
We've got a pair of lock wheel marks here. He's released the brakes at that point and then swerved. You see the gouging in there on the tree. If we look at the roof of the car, you can see how it's distorted in the centre. There's some blood on the dashboard, and the footwell, we can see that's a big push backwards into the driver.
Kilo Charlie 153. This has gone fatal. I've got witnesses who says he's been drinking heavily at lunchtime.
All the impact appears to have been on the near side. You can see the crushing on the floor pan and sill area where the wheel's been driven back into it. This would have been as the car impacted with the tree.
Tango Romeo 99, got a single vehicle overturned on its roof coming around a bend. There's a strong smell of intoxicants in the car. We can call coroner to certify death.
And the bike's come to rest up here, has it, Chris? Yeah, just in front of this car. I take it the vehicle hasn't been moved before we've got here?
No.
Okay, who took his helmet off? These marks lead directly to the motorcycle and will have been made as it slid along the ground.
Tango Romeo 12, got a single motorcycle with fatal injuries. Motorcyclist, lead drunken charger.
He's come round that left-hand bend just prior to us, far too fast, lost control on the corner and panicked and locked the wheels. See the young lady there, she's just come forward and cracked herself. He's obviously come up over the brow of the hill to see the car coming straight at him, hit the brakes, but he didn't have a hope, poor fella. He really didn't.
52-year-old male, he smells heavily of alcohol. Tango Romeo 99, the hatchback's gone under the back of articulated vehicle at traffic lights. Driver of hatchback would appear to be under influence of alcohol. This incident is now fatal, repeat fatal. Request accident investigator to the scene.
This is the skid mark leading up to the scene. The vehicle has skidded straight line towards the tree. Then the vehicle has gone across the path and rolled onto its roof. The higher damage is caused as the vehicle dug in and flipped over.
163, the pedestrian has gone fatal. Also the driver of the car. Yeah, the vehicle smells.
We've got two sets of skid marks at a slight angle towards the offside of the road with a newspaper boy's cycle under the front. We've got denting to the near side front wing and the bonnet, and his injuries will help us as to whether it may have been his shoulder or his head which caused the damage to the windscreen.
154, driver of the vehicle, supplied positive breath test, been arrested.
Marks start just before the giveaway line. They bear around to the left where the back end of the car started to break away to the right. Fire brigade in getting the driver out, they've had to cut the roof off.
Kilo Charlie 152, RTA have gone fatal. Both suspected consuming alcohol. Could you please call the coroner out, please? 152.
Oh, God. What really doesn't make the scare factor any lower on these PSAs is that all of these are based on real police accident files. Each of these PSAs show a real drink driving crash, which all aired during Christmas in 1998 up until the New Year. Now this is a Christmas that the families of these now deceased drink drivers will always remember. Yikes.
The little girl, she said to me, what are these things that I can see? Each night when I come home from school, when Mama calls me in for tea. Oh, every night a baby dies, and every night her mama cries. What makes those men do what they do to make that person black and blue? Grandpa says they're happy now. They sit with God in paradise with angels' wings, and still somehow it makes me feel like ice. Tell me there's a heaven. Tell me that it's true. Tell me there's a reason why I'm seeing what I do. Tell me there's a heaven where all those people go. Tell me they're all happy now. Papa, tell me that it's so.
I'll admit, this PSA from the NSPCC is so popular that I feel like people sometimes forget that it's supposed to be a Christmas appeal. I'm serious, it's that great of a PSA. The idea of this PSA is that we see pictures of children and excuses that their asshole parents gave to try and hide the fact that they are shitheads who like abusing little kids, for fracturing their bones and trying to play it off as if their arm was broken by falling off a bike, giving their children whale marks and trying to play it off like they just tripped and fell down the stairs, and burning them with cigarettes and trying to play it off as if they were burned by bathwater, to probably the most horrific one, giving their child multiple bruises, internal bleeding, fractured ribs, malnutrition, and dehydration. This is really no excuse. There is really no excuse to abuse or even lay a hand on children no matter what, and I will stand by my opinion on that. Anyone who abuses children are damn cowards who deserve an afterlife of pure despair. The music chosen for this PSA, that being Tell Me There's a Heaven by Chris Ray, doesn't help either. The fact that these all could be real too. Yikes.
And so this is Christmas.
Can you feel me touch you here?
What have you done?
I said I'd get a friggin' taxi.
Another year
Fixed that lady. Anybody think we should keep going?
and you aren't just begun. And so this is Christmas. I hope you have fun.
I wasn't drunk. Do you understand what
And
you've done?
even the dear ones,
Passenger from the other vehicle has died.
the old and the young. A merry, merry Christmas and a happy new year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. So this is Christmas.
Yep, this was one of the first PSAs that I've ever watched back in late 2022, and it ended up in the #1 spot in my top 30 scariest drink driving PSAs countdown, and I still stand by my opinion that this is the scariest drink driving PSA TAC has ever made. From the grainy visuals and the crying to the blood and the screaming, the aftermath of drink driving isn't pretty, guys. The cover of War is Over with the child singing doesn't make it any better. Yikes. And there you have it! My top 20 picks for the scariest Christmas PSAs. I hope you enjoyed this countdown. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like and a comment saying that you enjoyed it. And if you want, maybe even subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. I like to try to get at least one video a month out for y'all. And if there's nothing left to say, thank you so much for watching and for all the love you have given me in my videos for the first year as a PSA channel. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you all in 2026. This is Kataka